So the job that I do is that when I get a call from a fishing boat captain or any boat owner and the compass is not accurate, my job is to come on board the boat and to compensate the compass for the deviation, which is caused in this case either by welding or a lightning strike or some new piece of electronics in proximity to the compass. So over here is the magnetic compass, and this is what I'll be adjusting. And this is a unique type of a compass because this one sits in a binnacle, and down below are the magnets for adjusting the compass. So this is where I'll be turning and moving the magnets to adjust the compass. So what we do I do this via, take another shot down here. This is my portable gyro, and this is how I determine the error in the magnetic compass. This is the smokestack down there. Steady up on it.
There and then security wall.
We got 2BH.
Security call, fishing vessel, Michigan, adjusting compass near Bedford Harbor. Standing by channel 1613, any concern traffic.
We just go back and forth, north and south, until I get his magnetic compass matching my gyro. Then we fall off and do east and west.
No, you guys work on.
What I'm going to do now is steady up on a heading of the St. Anthony's Church, which is a fixed land range. And when it lines up with the center of the Faven Bridge, it's 355 degrees. And I set my gyro on 355 degrees and uncage it. So once the gyro is uncaged, it's now turning. So I can compare it to the magnetic compass and determine the deviation and adjust the compass. These are the north-south magnets, and they're in tray number 7 and 9. You'll notice over on this side, I have a magnet which is down in tray number 19. And then over on, you can't see this side, but I got one over in tray number 4. So, again, this is the north-south tray. This is an east-west tray. This in the middle is called the healing tube, which adjusts for oscillation on the compass. But we know that it's stable from previous settings. And the other thing on steel hull boats are what are called quadrantal spheres, or captain's balls. And these adjust for northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. They're calling to be moved in a little closer, but they can't go in any closer, and they're as big as you can get, so the error that's left, I can't get it any better than what's there. It could go in another inch or so, but it can't go in anymore. So we've got a ending valuation, or I got the deviations down, minimized as much as I can, and what we have to do now is go offshore. We have to steam the boat in a 360 turn. You'll see what on the camera will happen. We go into an auto adjustment function on the autopilot now, doing a 360 turn, and after that we go into a auto tuning, which does fine tuning adjustment. So that's the next phase. We have to go out past Fort Rodman to do that. Not enough room in the harbor.
just did was measure the healing magnet distance from the center of the card. And that tube that I talked about down in the middle is a magnet that's suspended. And that suspended magnet stabilizes the compass card. So when the boat is steaming straight ahead but rolling port to starboard, the compass wants to be steady. And if there's oscillation, if the compass is swinging while you're going perfectly straight, that healing magnet stabilizes the oscillation. And in this particular case, the south end of the magnet is up at 14 inches from the center of the card, which would be denoted on the deviation card when I'm done. And that's a stabilized point, which we've done in the past. Once you've set the quadrantal spheres and the healing magnet, in most cases it doesn't change unless you change latitude. A, B, C, D, and J errors. A is alignment, that's the compass is aligned with the boat. The B correction coefficient is your east-west error. Those are the two magnet trays that go fore and aft on the port and starboard side. The C correction coefficient is your north-south error. That's that magnet tray that's in front and the magnets go thwartships. The D correction coefficient are the quadrantal spheres, the captain's balls. They're adjusted, they need to go in further, but they can't, so that's the best I can adjust on that. And your J error is your healing error, and we know from previous, I just checked the setting on it, and the magnet is 14 inches from the center of the compass card. So what we do now is go offshore, we have a little more room to operate, and I'll be go into an auto compensation mode on the autopilot, and does a 360 turn, couple of turns, and then when it says confirmed, then that's that first phase. The next one is we go into what's called an auto tuning, where the boat actually takes control and it steams north and south. Actually it does a series of zigzag S-curves and starts out where it goes 4 or 5 degrees left right rudder up to about 15, 16 degrees left right rudder, and then it starts working itself back down to 2 to 3 degrees left right rudder, and it's learning how it operates under rudder and counter rudder commands. So it's fine tuning, because the whole object is that when you do like a 90-degree turn on your autopilot, you want to have maximum rudder for about the first 60, 70 degrees of the turn, and then it narrows the amount of rudder down. So you don't want to shoot by your target, you want to creep up on it. So it's going over to starboard rudder, 5 degrees. Now it comes back to port, about 7 degrees. So just to go to the series of S-turns, back and forth, back and forth. So it's learning how the boat responds to rudder, counter rudder commands. So now I'm going to do a 90-degree turn to north. So again, it's going to pull for that 20 degrees of rudder. Setting at 0, 0, 0, 20 degrees of rudder, and somewhere around 350, the angle's going to drop down. So it creeps up onto our heading. That's what that fine tuning does. It teaches it the rudder, counter rudder. Passing 330. Passing 340. 345 it drops. 350 passing through. Creeping up on 355, 356, 357, 358, 59, 0. And it went 1 degree past, which is acceptable. So that's the whole idea, is that the boat does maximum rudder and it creeps up on your course heading. So now I can tell the captain that his autopilot, his compass has been adjusted and his autopilot has been adjusted and tuned, so he can go to sea and know that he's going to save on fuel, because rather than the compass steering the boat on zigzags and wasting fuel, it holds a steady heading. And the straighter you go, the less fuel you burn.
Great technology.
That's it. Captain, we're ready to go home.